Hi, my name's Steve Adamko. I'm the owner and founder of Spectrum Interiors here in Portage in Kalamazoo, Michigan. If you're wondering why my glasses are kind of tilted up, it's so that you don't get the reflection back into your eyes from the reflection off the lenses. So anyway, I wanted to talk today about Houzz and award-winning and Houzz. In other words, what is best of Houzz? So we see this over and over again, particularly in our area here in West and Southwest Michigan. There's, if you look at a search, maybe a 100-mile radius, you'll probably find like 1,500 designers. 1,500, all right? But when it comes to some of these Best of Houzz awards, they're actually awards that are garnered by, in a sense, soliciting and asking for testimonies from different people or fans or clients or what have you. Some people have a lot of them because they do a lot of work, and then there are other ones that don't do as much work but do high quality work and long-lasting projects. Most of the things that I've done are larger projects. They're not small ones. So I might do maybe 1 or 2 or 3 homes a year, and I had one home that was in operation and in design and everything else for 3 years running. And that included oversight of the construction, plus custom furniture design, lighting design, and all that. So that was a 3-year residential project for one client. Okay, so anyway, I'm not a big one on the awards thing. I think the important thing is what the client gets out of it. And even in advertising, you'll see award-winning interior design, or even in advertising itself, sales advertising for different products and things, you'll see, award-winning ad, award-winning advertisement. But that always doesn't mean anything, because it's what did that firm do for that individual. Let's say they want to sell something, but it was an award-winning ad, but did it get the sales? And a lot of times it didn't get the sales. So a lot of these are, well, the advertising agencies, they have an association that basically awards these honors to great design. Well, great design is not the same thing as salesmanship. What does it sell? So in other words, a company that's spending maybe a couple $1 million on ads with a particular advertising agency, are they getting their money's worth? Are they getting sales in a response to, or just award-winning ads? So anyway, it's kind of like that with Houzz. And matter of fact, if you want to qualify for Best of Houzz, you just need to ask your past and current clients to write a review on Houzz where each review counts as a nomination. The winners will receive Best of Houzz badge on their Houzz profile and will receive a customized press release template to share with local media, as well as access to Best of Houzz marketing material for their own websites. Well, that's all good. I'm all about awards, and I don't want to say I'm all about them, but I do think they can be very helpful. And there are some wonderful award-winning Best of Houzz designs on Houzz. On the other hand, there's a lot of designs that are just average and mediocre that won Best of Houzz. So it's not a true indication of what you're really getting. Someone has said, well, I won Best of Houzz this year. Or they'll say, won Best of Houzz 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. We've won it 3 years in a row, 5, 6, 7 years in a row. And, that's all good. But anyway, in further clarification of this, a Best of Houzz, so let's say 2018 badge, will appear on winners' profiles as a sign of their commitment to excellence. These badges help homeowners identify popular and top-rated home professionals in every metro area on Houzz. Okay, so anyway, one of the employees of Houzz, I should say, Lisa Hausman, Vice President of Industry Marketing at Houzz, is quoted as saying, "Best of Houzz winners represent some of the most talented and customer-focused professionals in our industry. And we are extremely pleased to give them both this recognition and a platform on which to showcase their expertise. Well, I tell you what, I've seen a lot of people who have Best of Houzz, and I look at their designs and it's like, wow, this is just pretty average and mediocre. Actually, basic interior design, nothing special, nothing noteworthy. And so some of the people who have been their clients will say, oh, so-and-so, Betty Jane is second to none. And it's like, well, you haven't seen the top, so how can you say she's second to none? And it appears that so many people want to present this as being, oh, I'm the Michael Jordan of the interior design industry. Well, it seems like there's a lot of Michael Jordans on Houzz, particularly in my area, which is Southwest and West Michigan. So can this really be a true indicator of what is the talent and ability of an interior designer? And then you have to find out what class and what level they're in, you know, because cars will be the same thing. Best in its class. Well, then we've got to ask, what class are you really in? So that we know what you're best in. So a lot of times I would prefer and actually tell people, you need to interview interior designers. Find out what they do, why they do it, how they do it, what there's a communication level, what is their expertise. And a lot of people, you know, they don't really know what they're looking for in interior design. They have no clue. And somebody say, oh, so-and-so is marvelous and everything like that, and may not mean anything. Particularly when a while back I was asked to see a home of a fairly successful corporate attorney. And he asked me to come in and take a look at his place because a woman had done a design, and the builder said, oh, she's fantastic, she's marvelous, she's wonderful, she's just great to work with. Anyway, when I looked at the place, a lot of things that were designed to fit in certain areas didn't fit there because it wasn't properly scaled, wasn't properly proportioned, wasn't a lot of what constitutes good interior design. And so the attorney said, you know, and I'm surprised that he didn't say something about it earlier, but I would have refused a lot of the stuff that was done. Anyway, the home builder, which a lot of people think their home builder is like near God, you know, put them on such a pedestal, oh, my builder, my builder. Well, there's a lot of builders out there that don't know much about design. They might be good builders, and some of them aren't good builders. I've been party to some of that as well. Not me myself, but, you know, some client hiring someone who really wasn't right for the job. Didn't have the right credentials, didn't have the right expertise, didn't have the right construction oversight. Actually cut the bottoms off of 6-panel doors so short that it voided the warranty on the doors, or headers that were put in too low. So there's a lot of people out there that might be touted as, you know, most wonderful and awesome and fantastic, but you know what? They really aren't. And so a lot of this is promoted by, I shouldn't say promoted, but you see a lot of just average and mediocre stuff on HGTV. I think that program, for the most part, has been the demise of real good interior design, to the point that, you know, especially in Michigan, anybody can get into interior design and call themselves an interior designer without any knowledge. We hear all this enunciation of the word, oh, I have such a passion. I have such a passion. Well, what's that have to do with anything? Anybody can be passionate about something, but that doesn't mean they're good at it. So the Best of Houzz situation is, I don't know, in a lot of cases, unless you really look and know what you're looking for, they're paper-thin credentials. They don't mean a darn thing. Okay? So you need to look at this a little bit closer. And, oh, back to my story. Yes. So the attorney said something that I'll never forget and have never forgotten. But he said, well, the builder said she was all fantastic and wonderful and great to work with and good at what she did. But he said he didn't tell me her work sucked. Okay? Not a good thing. Okay? So let the buyer beware. A lot of people don't have the budget to do it over again, unless you got deep pockets. But a lot of you out there, you put everything in your house, and a lot of times you don't have enough to complete the house inside. But where do you live? Inside or outside? All right. So, you know, some of you think that just because of these faux awards, I'll call them, this is not like winning the Olympics where you get a gold, silver, or bronze medal. Okay. Some of this is like getting a fake medal. All right. Faux means fake. So it doesn't mean a lot. So you've got to do a little bit more digging, especially when there's so many people out there to choose from. What are you going to do? How are you going to make your decision? Is it always going to be like somebody saying so-and-so is wonderful, and, well, what do they know about interior design? So you've got to look at these kind of things and use some common sense. You know, there's a lot of people out there getting certain designers, and then they don't get what they want, but they don't know that they didn't get what they wanted. And then they have one chance to get it right. So, you know, what are we going to do about that? So you don't have extra money to do it over again. So it behooves you to do your proper due diligence. Get somebody that sets you up for success. Get somebody that knows what they're doing, because you have to know about architecture. You have to know about form, shape, proportion, color, texture, pattern, everything like that. And especially when it comes to form and proportion. They better have a real handle on that, because if they don't, you're going to get something that, oh, it's nice and wonderful and fantastic because it's new, not because it's wonderful. But you didn't know that. And you might not know that. So, you know, it pays to get informed about what to look for. All right? This is Steve Adamko, Spectrum Interiors. You can call me at 866-239-6520. And I hope you have a great and fantastic day. Thanks. Bye-bye.